All right, perfect. So we'll get started, and I'm just going to do a really quick agenda overview of what we'll cover today, what you'll be looking forward to. All right, so I'll do a very quick overview of the programs here at Co.Lab. So we have our Sprint, which is our 4-week program, and our 8-week boot camp. So I'll do a quick overview of each of those before we get started with the presentations for anyone who's joining us, and is thinking about joining one of the programs, or if this is your first time hearing of Co.Lab, you'll get an awesome crash course into what the programs are all about and what everyone creates at the end of them as well. And then we'll see 3 presentations from our SPRINT22 cohort and 3 presentations from our COLAB20 cohort. What that'll look like is actually I will play a recording from our Sprint and COLAB participants, from our teams and from our PMs from Sprint. And then we'll open it up for a live Q&A after every session as well. It'll be fairly brief Q&A, so if you do have additional questions, please do add them in the chat. That way the teams and the PMs can answer your questions as we go along too. So feel free to put any questions you have for the presenters in the chat as well. All right, and so for a quick overview of our 4-week sprint program, it is a practical guide for discovery and strategy. It is 4 weeks, live and cohort based. So live being online, it is fully online and fully remote. We estimate about 3 to 5 hours per week in terms of time commitment. You'll have live sessions with industry product leaders. You'll go through product strategy, discovery, ideation, and documentation. You'll get industry mentor feedback on your work as you go through. So each week when you submit, you'll get feedback on that. And you'll be able to ask questions during those live sessions with the mentors as well. At the end, you'll have a published PM portfolio, which is what we will see today with the recorded pitch presentation, and you'll receive a product management certificate. And I'm just gonna make sure that I set my Discord so that everyone can't hear it pinging in the background. There we go. All right, and so for our 8-week boot camp, so a lot of folks who go through our sprint program continue on after that to join our 8-week boot camp, which is where you get to collaborate with a cross-functional team. So that's where you'll get to work as a product manager with engineering and design. And it is a practical guide for execution and delivery. You'll be able to align with your team on a product vision. You'll go through the software product development lifecycle to build out a functional MVP, which is what we'll see today again in our presentations. Throughout, you'll get dedicated one-on-one mentorship from industry experts, and of course, a published product portfolio at the end, which is where your recorded pitch presentation about your product will live. And you do receive a product management certificate or a software engineering or design certificate at the end of the boot camp as well. There just wasn't enough room for me to put all of those bullet points, but you do receive a certificate too. Perfect. So I think that's it for my presentation. I'm going to stop sharing so that I can make sure that my settings are all good to go for the sound before I start sharing any videos. Just gotta move the Zoom bar out of the way. There we go. All right, perfect. So we're actually going to get started. I'm just going to briefly show you where you can find all of these product portfolios and the recorded pitch presentations, because there are a ton of presenters that we were not able to showcase today due to the short amount of time for the presentation. So if you want to see any of them or review them again or read more about the products and the learnings of the people today, you can go to the COLAB website under projects. That's where you'll find the bootcamp as well as the sprint portfolios. So I'm going to jump over to one right now, which is actually Sonia's presentation. We don't have her video uploaded just yet, but it should be living right here, and hopefully soon we'll have it. So I'm going to play it from within this screen here. So I'm going to mute myself so I can go ahead and do that.
Hello and welcome. My name is Sonia, and I am excited to share my journey as a product manager at COLAB. We're going to be talking about an app product called Walk-in Ease. This was designed to help streamline booking process at a walk-in clinic. As a product manager, my primary focus has been on streamlining the process of booking appointments at walk-in clinics. Clinic visits today are somewhat frustrating and involve challenges like long wait times, appointment unavailability, and inconvenient appointment booking process. These are recurring issues faced by patients, leading to frustrations and delays in receiving medical care. So the question becomes, how might we enhance the experience for patients at walk-in clinics to provide a more efficient and satisfactory visit? Through extensive user research and market analysis, I gathered insights into the pain points faced by the patients and clinic administrators. 75% of the respondents were dissatisfied with the current way appointments are booked, and a high percentage of them had to wait over 1 hour to see a doctor. That's a long time. Surveys, interviews, and feedback sessions revealed a high demand for a reliable platform that could connect patients with available appointments seamlessly. Now, what's a good solution for the problem that I just mentioned? You guessed it right, introducing Walk-in Ease. Walk-in Ease is a solution product to solve the problem of appointment unavailability and long wait times at walk-in clinics. It's an app that provides real-time appointment availability at various clinics, helping patients to book appointments effortlessly. The app also offers a waitlist feature enabling users to join a queue for earlier appointment slots, ensuring timely access to medical care. On this page, you can see what the app looks like. For demo purposes, I've only included just one use case. In this use case, a user is logging in with their username and password and signing in by clicking on the sign in button. They can then choose the book appointment icon to book an appointment. On the next page, they're presented with an option of either searching a clinic by address or just clicking on the name of the clinic that's close by to them to view the date and time for the appointment booking, and then click on the book button to actually book an appointment. That was all about my product. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. And as for the key learnings, I found the Co.Lab course to be truly amazing. Engaging in hands-on learning, I gained invaluable insights into the principle of product management, and I learned by doing. The interactive assignments, real-life scenarios, and the expert feedback enriched my knowledge and significantly boosted my confidence in this field. With the knowledge and experience gained from the Co.Lab course, I feel ready to transition into a product management career. Thank you for all your time and support.
Awesome. I love hearing how much confidence improves at the end, and such an amazing product, and definitely a very relevant problem space. So let's move it over to Q&A. I will stop sharing so that we can quickly see the presenter as well as our mentor for questions. And of course, anybody, if you have questions, please do drop them in the chat for Sonia as well.
Hey, Sonia, this is Theory Anand. I'm one of the mentors here at Co.Lab. I really love this problem space. And I have a question as to how you would get all the information at the walk-in places, right? Because different doctors would have different schedules, and have you put some thought about that aspect of gathering that information? And really love the problem space.
Thank you. No, I haven't really thought that far because I can't really design the app myself anyway. But I was thinking if I ever did the boot camp and I did talk to developers, I think I would need more ideas from cross-functional teams to figure that out.
True. That's where the true power of the whole team comes in, right? To get ideas on execution from your engineers and what kind of design would look good from your designers. So looking forward to that aspect. Looking forward to seeing you take this to the next level. But well done, very good.
Thank you so much.
Awesome, great job. Thank you so much, Sonia. There are a couple more questions in the chat, so make sure you do. Move on to our next presentation. So I'll ask the team to unspotlight you and we'll move along. Next, we have Jaha's presentation. So this is what the page would look like when the presentation is embedded in it. And like I said, you can review more details about their product, their problem space, and all of their learnings as well. So feel free to check that out. And again, there are so many more product portfolios that we were not able to showcase today. So I'll mute myself and we'll get started.
Good day everyone. Today I'm excited to present our project TTC Connect. focused on enhancing the commuting experience on subway trains by providing reliable and fast-speed Wi-Fi connectivity. The problem we're addressing is the limited availability of Wi-Fi on subway trains in Toronto, which hinders passengers' productivity, communication, and access to online resources during their daily commutes. Our goal is to improve the commuting experience by offering uninterrupted high-speed up to 75 megabits per second internet access, allowing passengers to stay connected and make the most of their travel time. The target customers of TTC Connect are subway commuters who face challenges due to the lack of reliable Wi-Fi connectivity on trains. If you're taking a ride from the first station all the way to downtown, that's around 45 to 60 minutes to get from one station to Union. That can be around 2 hours of commute every day for some people with no access to the internet at all. The problem is that current Wi-Fi availability is very limited and only available at subway stations, hindering productivity, communication, and access to online information. Through user feedback and market research, we have identified the need for robust and seamless Wi-Fi resolution on subway trains. To understand the pain point of subway commuters, we have conducted user interviews and gathered feedback through online surveys. The main pain points for subway commuters were the inability to access important online information, disrupted communication, and decreased productivity, and overall frustration due to the lack of Wi-Fi connectivity on trains. As you can see from the provided data, more than 90% of the people who we spoke to or mentioned in the survey, they mentioned that they are not happy about the lack of Wi-Fi connectivity. And as you can see, more than 82% voted and shared during the interviews that the absence of Wi-Fi affects their productivity to a certain degree. You can further see the data that supports how the lack of Wi-Fi on trains affects the majority of people in terms of productivity, connectivity, and access to online resources and simple enjoyment of the ride. Working on this project helped me understand a lot what is going on behind the working product actually, what's coming into the work to build the successful project at the early stages. I was happy to learn more about some of the documentation that required for projects, so that was very useful for me, and it also helped me, the course overall helped me to improve on my time management skills as well. Thank you very much, Co.Lab, and this is my presentation. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Another really great presentation with a relevant problem space. Just double checking, and I don't think Jaha is in our room today. So unfortunately, we won't be able to do a live Q&A for him, but you were able to see his presentation. And if you do have questions, feel free to check out his product portfolio, and you can always connect with him on LinkedIn as well. You can reach out to any of the PMs, of course, in the program as well. So we'll move along to the next presentation. Give me one quick second. I gotta move the Zoom out of the way. There we go. And it is, let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong, Stacker. And I will go ahead and start your presentation, and then we'll open it up for Q&A after as well.
I'm Thais, and I'm a product manager at Co.Lab. Today I want to share with you the product I've been working on. This is Stacker. Stacker is a feature designed to help users filter, categorize, and most importantly, search for their desired sticker. So here's what we're going to go over today: the problem space, the user research, the solutions, and the key learnings I've had in the SPRINT22 program. To talk a bit about problem space, let me give you some background. Since it's a feature for WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a major texting application that has billions of users all over the world. In 2018, the stickers feature was introduced and it quickly gained popularity. Now it's estimated that 4 in 5 WhatsApp users exchange stickers, which amounts to about 1.6 billion users. There's even research that suggests that during the pandemic and since then, users have exchanged even more stickers on a daily basis. So it's truly quite a popular feature. However, there's no feature that allows users to search or filter for their desired stickers on WhatsApp. There is a search engine in place, but it's only effective for stickers you download from the platform. And something we discovered from our user research is about 60% of them have personalized or customized stickers, but we'll go about that a little later. Considering all those things, the problem statement that I narrowed down to was how might we make easier the experience of exchanging stickers for WhatsApp users so they can find their desired stickers in the shortest amount of time. After we surveyed and interviewed users to truly understand their biggest pain points, I highlighted here some of them. The biggest pain point is lacking searching mechanism as expressed by 80% of respondents. This correlates to what I mentioned earlier about the current search engine not being able to properly search within your personalized collection. Also, 88% demonstrated frustration with not being able to find specific stickers, as they have to manually browse through their libraries to find something they're looking for. 2/3 described finding it difficult or very difficult to find their desired sticker. So the conclusion I took from this is people want more efficient ways to look for stickers they have in mind. That led me to a solution in 4 different pillars. First is folders. This allows users to categorize their stickers and search more efficiently. Second is an upgraded keyword search engine. This would improve the experience for users to be able to search with keywords that would also apply to their personalized or customized stickers. Next is allowing users to preview stickers before sending them, as if right now, when you select a sticker, it's immediately forwarded to wherever it is that you're texting. And because you have to scroll through your library, misclicking and sending unwanted stickers happens, and it has happened to about 80% of the users that we surveyed. So having previews, as we do with emojis, for example, would tackle this issue. Lastly, this is something that users described in the open-ended questions of our survey, how they found the window in which stickers are shown to be quite small, which leads to misclicking, and it makes it harder to find the sticker you're looking for. So the idea here is that users could expand the window a little more or even all the way to the top to have a better overview of their collection and making searching more efficient. Now, to wrap up, I would like to reflect on some of the things I learned from SPRINT22. I would like to highlight first, focusing on the problem before tackling the solution to ensure it will actually solve your user's problems. Second is understanding the user's needs will lead you to a solution. To give an example that correlates to both of these points, I am a WhatsApp user myself, and I have been for years. I experienced some of the issues that the users described in our research, and I had solutions and I had ideas of how could I solve this. But once I followed the roadmap that Co.Lab provided in the sprints, I was able to truly understand the user's needs while also learning about things I had never foreseen, such as window expansion, as I mentioned, was something users brought up in the research, and I had never imagined to be an issue before. So I'm grateful to have had access to a method that is true and tried before, that led me to understanding users' needs and led me to solutions that really tackles the problems in question. Lastly, learning to communicate my product is just as important as building it in order to guarantee the team I'm working with and I are on the same page. And which stakeholders are involved, they can understand our vision, our goals, and the purpose of this product. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Thanks again to Co.Lab, my mentors and peers who helped me conceptualize this product, and thank you for watching this presentation.
Awesome. Another really great presentation. I'm not a WhatsApp user myself, but I am an avid user of GIFs, and I feel like it is a very similar functionality and you need it to communicate. So very, very cool problem space. Thais, I'll stop sharing so we can do a Q&A for you. And I think the team just let me know that Jaha has joined. So after your Q&A, we'll jump over for him as well. But we've got you spotlighted and go ahead.
Hey, Thais, this is Kayuri and again. I am super impressed with your presentation. And I'll tell you what I really liked. I loved your definition and sort of zeroing in on one problem space. It's a small problem, but so focused. Instead of trying to solve all of world's problems in 4 weeks, I love how narrow your focus was. It was very much on point. I loved it. Throughout your presentation, you were like checking off all the boxes for me. Everything you were saying, I'm like, yes, right on point. So I love that. And the last thing that you said resonated with me super good. And I think that that's something I try to communicate with all the mentees is you have to learn how to communicate your ideas and your problem. And I think you did a fantastic job with it. The only question I have is WhatsApp user base is so large, right? Like you could use a variety of different methods to get feedback and information for this problem space. How did you show your creativity in that space? Can you talk to me about all the different things that you did to gather feedback and do your user research, please?
Of course. Thank you for all your comments. Actually, it was, like I mentioned a little, it was a problem space that was close to my heart, something that I had some previous experience. But I would love to do a bigger user research to understand, because I know there's a lot of different demographics, and like Beth mentioned, like I prefer gifts, and I would love to have it explore a little more of other graphic things. But right now I couldn't really tell. I personally didn't collect demographics from my research, but I would love to and understand like the profile, what works for people. I guess that would come, if I could have this feature implemented, that would come after, get some feedback, like what are the things that could be improved, what are the things that are missing, because I know I couldn't make it work for everybody, but these are solutions that I think would already improve things for most of the users, at least the users I could survey, or the things that I know would work for a while.
Great. Yeah, you did put some numbers in your PowerPoint. I'm assuming you got a lot of that data from your user research just using Google and stuff. If you choose to go the 8-week route, right, do the CoLab, I would love to see you narrow down on your target persona a little bit more and elaborate on that with the help of a designer, of course. But very well done.
Thank you so much. I would love to do that. I know that they have a big user base, and I would love to like understand a little more, get a little more personas out of it. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Great job. We'll move over, Jaha. We can have a Q&A for you now. I believe Nilina is on the call to ask a question, a mentor as well.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
First of all, it was a fantastic presentation. The idea, which is so relevant right now, especially, the kind of thing that we all had forgotten, taken for granted, and back to office now, everyone returning back to office. This is a real world problem. So I love that.
Thank you.
And I have a question for you. That is, so do you plan to continue working on this after the boot camp? Because I'm so curious to know about your thoughts. What do you think would be the biggest challenges if you continue on this?
To be honest, I don't have time to continue with the bootcamp, unfortunately, but I think it's one of the projects that maybe in the future I would love to work on. The biggest challenges I see in developing this program is to build the proper infrastructure for the whole Wi-Fi, because it's not going to be just a station at one place. It has to be those power stations at every subway station, probably most likely, and then installing further the access points on each train and possibly several access points on each train, because the train is pretty big. So it costs a lot of money. It will definitely. So one of the main pain points is to present it to the TTC board, I assume, and the telecommunication companies like Bell, Rogers, and all those companies who will need to be involved in building this infrastructure. So I think the main issue is presenting it to those people, to the main stakeholders who will finance all this, and bring them a chance to also try to monetize this, I think, because that's the only way for them to move forward and invest into this. And I had a couple ideas of how there's a possibility of monetizing this thing, because it's going to be all through TTC Connect, which is an application. So you can gather a lot of social data through that, because before you connect to the internet on the Wi-Fi, you need to register, or you need to put your name, your phone number, etc. to connect it. So you can gather a lot of surveys through this, through the demographics. If the municipality, for example, the Toronto, needs to gather some more information, or you can put advertisement in the app that could help you to gain more money to continue developing the product, for example. I think that's the main pain point.
Yeah. And I'm sure not just government, even the private sector would be interested. Their employees will be more productive commuting. So it's, if at all, think about you're thinking about your own startup idea. I think this is a brilliant one, especially given, there are so many angles I see, whether it, scaling and the security side of things, etc. So it's very nice. So if at all you think of continuing this, that would be fantastic. Thank you for this.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. All right, thank you so much. We'll move on to our next team. And again, as always, if anyone has questions, please do drop them in the chat. I know the Q&A portion seems short, but we have a condensed amount of time to move through all the presentations so that we respect everyone's time, but definitely ask them in the chat so that people can continue the conversation as well. I'll go back to sharing my screen and we will be showcasing BFit.
Hello, everyone. I'm the product manager, Wilbur. We have our designer, Angie, our devs, Piyush, Chitin, Salu, and our mentor, Kiri. We are Team BFit. So really, what is the user's pain? So we're trying to develop a fitness application that solves kind of the problems of self-motivation, consistency, and making progress in a workout for a regular gym goer. So the problem that we're trying to solve exactly is really how do we establish a tailored gym routine for someone who goes to the gym consistently so that they can achieve their fitness goals. So we came up with a solution called BFit, and BFit is a guided fitness assistant and journal application. It's supposed to motivate you to get you to the gym. And we also provide a guided audio journey with music integration for like a user to mentally prepare to go to the gym. And we list out all of the workouts that the user prepares, that you prepare along with, warm-ups and cool down. And it really gives you the satisfaction of checking off the task list through the day, saying, hey, you finished the gym.
Thanks, Wilbur. So this is just the front page of our web application. We can go here to basically, customize our before the gym routine, plan our workouts, select the muscle groups, and based on that, and then we can also, type out here what exercise we're going to do. And just a map to them if someone is interested in like finding directions to their gym. Next step is a guided audio, which is generated based on whatever the user wrote typed in the customizing their workout. And then this is listen to the music, which is very self-explanatory. Just open the app and listen to some music if you want. And then whatever we did in this before the gym step was preparation. And then we can see all the data that we saved in our at the gym. We can go to Monday and then we see, okay, this is what we have to do. And then we can, this is the workout. These are the exercises. Currently it's hard coded, but it will be integrated soon. And then we can just simply click here to like finish our workout for the day.
Now we're going to pivot to talking about our whole experience with CoLab. I believe for me, I'm really glad that this program has reinforced what I had already learned in industry. It's really taught me to work more so in the consumer application space and show me like various intricacies that can like exist between like, developing something internally versus or externally, versus something internal. For Angie, unfortunately, she wasn't able to join us today, but she had stated that like it was an eye-opening experience that taught her how to work in a cross-functional team, right, with PMs and devs, and she really gained valuable insights into like a product vision, like what our user needs, and also aligning like her design decisions with project goals.
I learned how to work in the agile way, collaborating with the team, brainstorming some ideas. And I also learned many technical things, learning about SAS, which I've never really used before for designing. But the biggest learning for me was probably getting out of my comfort zone and, trying new things.
Yeah, I think personally for me, CoLab has been a great refresher program, especially understanding the agile methodologies and the build processes, because I'm just freshly graduating from my computer science engineering degree, and, CoLab has, taught me, how to collaborate with the team and all of those, find out our good and bad points. So personally, I was great in backend and DevOps, and that's where I contributed, but my teammates took the lead on other stuff. So yeah, it's been great overall.
Okay, during my time in CoLab as a software developer, I had an incredible experience, idea brainstorming to the deployment. So it was an amazing journey for me. This journey has a lot of creativity and the collaboration in a team. I gained a lot of experience using agile tools like Jira. So at that time, I learned also Next.js in a fast way. In a few days, I also learned to interact with Figma to collaborate with a product designer, design in a Figma, and I used his Figma design and translate their vision into functioning UI. It was an incredible journey in this joint collab.
Overall, we've gained very valuable experience and like skills through CoLab, and we're really excited to see where else this product takes us. Thank you.
Wonderful. Great job, team. Really, yeah, definitely a relevant problem space. I know I struggle with getting to the gym, and I really like, yeah, I like how you've approached this. So let's open it up for Q&A. I'll stop sharing and go ahead, mentor, when you're ready. Oh.
Fantastic job. Especially, I love the part of having the motivational audio to get into the gym. I think that's the biggest one. I'm just curious, during your, discovery process, can you shed more light on the user insights you found? As in, where exactly did you see more friction to get people to the gym? At what?
Yes. So I think, right, what we discovered, kind of diving deep into the problem, we sent a survey and we had a few interviews with some of our users. We asked them, like, how do they measure like success in their own life, right? Like outside of the gym, right? Or in relation to the gym. And I saw that like there are three most common ways, right? Consistency, they want to see like progress and improvement, and also external factors, right? Like how who influences them to go to the gym, right? So kind of combining all those three together, I saw like, okay, maybe we want to create something that allow people to be consistent, right? Select their days, seeing progress and improvement, right? A future capability of the app would be to do trend analysis, saying, hey, okay, you did squats at 215 kilos, no, pounds, 250 kilos, very large, but 215 pounds, but maybe in a couple of weeks, you're able to do a PR and get to 235 pounds, right? Seeing that progress and improvement helps that. And also external factors, thinking like, hey, I have a wedding I need to go to, or I have a special event where I need to feel better or look better. So
that's awesome. Actually, I would love to learn more. Maybe I know in the interest of time, I can leave my question in the chat, as in what other alternatives, because at the end of the day, it's be fit. So say someone is not able to go to the gym, do you provide alternatives? They can, just work out at home or just take a walk around the neighborhood, etc. I can leave more questions in the chat.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, for our scope, we just limit it to the gym, but initially our scope is so large that like, hey, should it be running? Should it be something else at home workout? But I think just for the purposes of this, we limit it to strictly the gym.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Great job.
Awesome. Thank you, team. Great job. Yeah, definitely a great learning to, de-scope, limit your scope while you go through the 8-week program, and, always have other options on the horizon for future iterations as well, too. So I'd love to hear it. I do want to quickly add, because I did forget to say that we've moved on to the CoLab team presentations in case that wasn't already obvious. So initially we were looking at our 3 sprint presenters focused on the ideation phases, and now we're into the cross-functional bootcamp 8-week program. So you can see the fully functional MVP product as well. So I'll go back to sharing my screen and we'll move on to our next team, which is Create Team. I'm hoping I pronounced that correctly. There's always creative names and I'm never sure if I'm saying them exactly right, but Create Team. So here we go. Perfect.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our product demo. Our product is called Create Team, and it serves as a centralized hub for finding projects and collaborators. My name is Jia Qian, the product manager, and I'm here with our talented team, Mitchell, the product designer, Kalash, our front-end engineer, and Ritu, our back-end engineer. Throughout this journey, we have had the invaluable guidance of our mentor, Kayuri. Our main goal with Create Team is to help individuals find projects and collaborators to gain real-world experience. Our target users are project initiators, project seekers, and we may expand to include mentors in the future. Through extensive user research, we identify top challenges for project initiators and project seekers. We noticed that project initiators struggle with finding reliable and committed collaborators. while project seekers face difficulties in finding projects that match their skills and interests. And then they often lack visibility into available opportunities. To address these issues, we have developed a centralized hub for finding projects and collaborators. Now I will show our core features using a live website demo. For project initiators, it is simple to create a project by entering name and project description. After entering information, just click Create Project, and then the project initiator can find their project on this project page. After posting, the project initiator can also view the project description by clicking this project. If someone applied to their project, the initiator can check the applicant's information on the dashboard page by clicking View Applicants. And then the applicant's name. They can access the applicant's resume or portfolio to learn about their background details, which the project seeker has provided. If interested, the initiator can click Interested button and gain access to the applicant's email and phone number for further communication. For project seeker, they have the capability to apply to the project. After login, they can search for certain projects just by typing keywords like Java. Also, they can apply to those projects that match their skills and interests just by entering necessary information. After applying, project initiators can view the seeker's background to make informed decisions on the dashboard page. That's all for the live website demo. Now our team will share what we learned from our teamwork and this website building experience. As a product manager, I learned how to lead a cross-functional team to build and launch a product from scratch, how to prioritize key features and build a minimum viable product using the job to be done, RISE methodologies, and so on. And I also learned how to conduct user interviews and develop product strategies. I will pass it on to Mitchell to share what he learned.
Thank you, Jiaqin. As the product designer, I learned what the design process looks like on a cross-functional team, how adaptability is vital for the product's success, and how to apply design feedback from various stakeholders. How about you, Co.Lab?
As a front-end engineer, I learned how resilient problem solving is necessary to make our product work, how user-centric design is also necessary for the convenience of user. With all this, I also learned to work with a team and updating details based on the feedbacks. Now, I would like to call Ritu to share his experience.
Thank you, Kalas. As a backend engineer, I learned the value of comprehensive documentation and careful planning. Clear documentation aids in project management and allows smoother collaboration with team members. I also learned effective communication with the front-end developer is crucial for successful project development. I also learned understanding front-end requirements and offering support during front-end integration will contribute to a smoother development process. So that's what we have learned from this COLAB20. That's all for our product portfolio. Thank you.
Awesome. Great job. Again, team, really, really unique problem space. Definitely close to home here with, joining teams and collaborators at CoLab as well. So it's so awesome to see the approach that you took and the progress you made. So I will stop sharing and we'll move on to Q&A. I was only able to spotlight Mitchell and Ritu. So Kailash, I know you're on the call. So if you put your video on, we can spotlight you as well too for the Q&A. But I'll open it up for the mentor to ask a question.
Awesome job, everyone. So my question is, what was the biggest learning that took you by surprise while building this product, the MAP?
That's a great question. And this is only speaking for me personally, but one of my biggest challenges was designing something for the first time that would be translated into something that was developed. So taking something I built in Figma and have developers actually develop it. So I had to learn how to over-explain myself because some of my design decisions I thought were clear, but if I don't, you don't explicitly say it, it doesn't always get translated into the development. So yeah, just learning how to best advocate for my design and communicate that properly played a huge role in us getting to the end for sure. How about you, Ritu?
Yeah, biggest challenge is like before I would develop individually, like independently. I've worked on a project, so like cross-functioning team, like with the front-end developer, like their integration, understanding integration, and then have to work accordingly, define user schema, and all these things. So yeah, that's what I have learned from this. And the biggest challenge is that I faced connecting front end to back end. I was totally new to the new technology that I have to learn, then how to build this. So yeah, that's the main thing.
That's really great to hear. Two cornerstones of working in a team and being successful: collaboration and communication. So that's fantastic. I think I just have one more question. Did you all think about it? Say if you were to, go live, so how would you market your product? How would any user discover your product?
That's a great question. We haven't really thought about that far in advance, but maybe we would work with and start with working with companies who are looking to hire to post on our website. And those can be cross-referenced on LinkedIn or on their own job websites. And using some more well-established companies posting on our website to garner attention.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is fantastic. Great job, everyone.
Thank you.
Awesome. And thank you all so much. I know Jia Chin couldn't be here for the call, so you guys did a great job answering the Q&A as well. It's great to see everyone come together for that. So I'll remove your spotlights. And yeah, I see someone here saying this should collab with CoLab 100%. All right, let me open up my screen share again, and we'll move on to our last presentation. This one is a little bit longer, so there may not be time for Q&A live, but please do drop your questions in the chat for the team. It's an amazing presentation and they couldn't cut it any shorter. So we'll play it now. And if you have questions as it goes, please add them into the chat as well.
Welcome to our product, Habble, the product designed to help users practice and improve their conversation skills with the push of a button. We are Team 1. I'm Andrew, the product manager. We have Sung, our designer, and Shashwat Ajay, our 2 developers. So, meet Steven. He's a 30-year-old male from India trying to expand his employment opportunities abroad. He studied English from textbooks and taken some classes and has an intermediate understanding of the language. And he's able to read articles and write emails and even informally converse with others in English. But he would really like to improve his speaking skills in a professional environment. Steven has difficulty finding others who are both available and knowledgeable enough to practice interviews with, and thus finds himself practicing in the mirror, questioning his own progress. So, meet Habble. Learning another language is a quintessential skill that allows people to expand not only their job opportunities and networks, but also their insights into other cultures. Numerous tools already exist to facilitate learning a new language, such as textbooks, classes, or even applications such as Duolingo. And according to a study published by Khan called Improving the Speaking Ability in English, the Student's Perspective, studying from textbooks give rise to memorizing only for the sake of passing tests. This equates to learning only for a better score rather than a better livelihood. And while taking live classes with an instructor or classmates with spoken feedback can be a great way to improve dialogue, it can be costly, intimidating, difficult to tailor to one's own schedule. While grammar vocabulary can be learned through independent study, our comprehensive user survey revealed that 75% of respondents encountered the greatest challenge when speaking with proper syntax. Additionally, 65% of participants faced difficulties in finding suitable conversation partners, and a substantial 70% expressed a strong preference for receiving constructive feedback to facilitate continuous improvement, with over half of them favoring software applications for practice. And while practicing alone remains a viable option, engaging with a conversational partner really allows one to understand the nuances of the language. Thus, we hypothesize that providing users with a dedicated platform to simulate spoken conversations will significantly enhance their conversational skills. And after a thorough review of our users' pain points, we decided on the following key goals: allow users to converse naturally as if they're speaking with a partner, provide instant feedback about the user's conversation to improve their speaking skills, and provide a simple, intuitive way to interact with Habble.
Then we have brainstorming and ideation and priorities with Moscow. So what we must have or should or could or want. So we make a priority. Let's take a look next page for high fidelity mockup. So we have design goals are feasible, usable, and easy to navigate it. One of the biggest challenges when we design a website is figuring out how to guide users down specific path you want to go. So I made the design element known as a CTA, call to action. So you can see high fidelity web app, next page. You can see that. And then let's take a look a little more detail for next page. So in the top of the left immediately catches your attention with the logo. And the next element that draws you in the header or slogan, speak easy. And there's a short intro. It generated sense of desire how your speaking will be better with Habble. And there is a list that directly to primary CTA, aqua button, specific action for the next step. And then we ask only one question each page. And then we have hover feature that draw your attention to card and highlight that's selectable. And then each content has a descriptive text you can see. And the next page, there is a chat box we made to just focusing speaking English with feedback. If they are thinking, the loading comes up and the feedback automatically comes up. You can close it. If you want to see the script, you can toggle on and off. So you can see whole script, toggle off, and then you can close it with the close button. And then if you want to see a whole script, you can close it, close button. And then it's going to be future design. We will make some setting and profile and help. And then you can go back to select another avatar to speak over. And then next page, we have some responsive design for the mobile version. Yeah, we made some responsive design in mobile screens too. I will pass the engineer to our demo.
Let's check how the app actually works. We choose our language. Currently, we have only English available. We have two Habble buddies for now. The first one is Alex, a funny guy, and second one is Emma, an empathetic girl. Let's have a conversation with Alex. Hi, Alex. How's your day going today?
Hey, my day is going great. Thanks for asking. I'm here cracking jokes and ready to chat. How about you? How's your day shaping up?
We can also see the transcript of the chat in this format, along with the feedback for each message that I sent. My day has been going amazing. I created a wonderful website for talking to AI bots. What do you think about it?
Wow, that's fantastic. Creating a website to talk to AI bots sounds like a fun and innovative project. I'm impressed. I think it's a great way to engage with technology in a creative way. Tell me more about what inspired you to create this website.
As you can see, the feedback is comprehensive and focuses on much more than just the grammar. Then, if I just hang up the call, I can review all my chat along with the feedback. and improve my conversational skills.
So some future steps, we would most likely like to introduce in like a mobile app version. Definitely would like to introduce multiple languages, potentially user profiles so that they can save progress, and as well as improving the bot's pronunciation capabilities. So upon completing CoLab, I've gained several valuable insights. Preconceived solutions can lead to solving for the wrong problem. I learned to dive deep into the problem space with an open mind to properly empathize with the user's pain points. I also learned to maintain effective communication with the cross-functional team, ensuring cohesive understanding in order to appropriately prioritize and de-scope our features to stay on track. Learning to adopt an agile mindset allowed me to constantly negotiate and empathize with my team so that we could deliver the best possible result for our users.
I had more chances to learn about user research and problems with the COLAB. Users voice they would like to be able to have speaking parts know individually to understand if the flow worked for the people to use it smoothly and easily. I created better user flow mockups on Figma for users to test. It was a great time experience to collaborate with other teammates.
I learned a lot throughout this process. Firstly, the communication skills. Effective communication is the key to developing a product in a different and innovative way. Working with diverse team members helped me get better at expressing my ideas clearly and really listening to the others. Exposure to new technologies. During the bootcamp, I got the chance to explore a wide range of new technologies and tools, which I didn't know earlier, which really expanded my technical skills. Value of collaboration. Working closely with my project managers and designers taught me the significance of collaboration. By combining our individual strengths, we were able to achieve comprehensive solutions to the challenges we faced. It showed me how valuable it is to work as a team and utilize each other's unique skills and expertise to create successful outcomes.
My most prominent learnings from CoLab were the skill of communicating my ideas effectively, especially with people of non-technical background. The art of optimizing productivity by distributing tasks according to every individual skill set, and leveraging the skills of my teammates to make use of technologies that I might like experiencing, but utilizing our combined experience to make the collaborative project a success.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to Habel.
Amazing, amazing. I love this one. I'm such a big, passionate language learner, so I think it's just an incredible problem space and a really great solution as well. I think we have time for one mentor question. Any other questions, do drop them in the chat. So I'll stop sharing so we can do one mentor question, and then we'll move into a quick wrap up.
Hi guys, this is Kiri, and again, I'm one of your mentors. Very, very well done. I especially agree with the point where you said that you learn how to communicate better as a team. I truly believe good communication is the make or break for any successful team. I have two questions. One, you can drop the answer in the chat, and the other one you can answer here. So for the chat, can you talk to me about your tech stack? What's under the hood of what we saw here? And if you've explored any AI large language models, what are they? You can drop the answer to that in the chat. And then the other question is for the PM. During your user research, this language learning space is quite elaborate, right? And there's a ton of other solutions in the space that are available. During your research, was there a time where you assumed a certain detail or you expected an answer from the user and you got something totally different, which resulted in you creating this? Did you have to pivot in your thought process? And what did that look like?
I think when doing this, we kind of had thought previously that we wanted to work on improving language specifically. But we didn't know exactly how we were going to do that. And given that there are a lot of things out there to help with grammar and vocabulary, that's when we started to narrow in a lot on speech and only speech, just because given also just the 8-week time, we're like, okay, let's pick one, even though it's very broad still, but let's just pick one aspect of language and kind of just zone in on that.
Yeah, one language, even one language, but all the other aspects of one language, written, verbal, speech, and grammatical is still quite a bit to accomplish in 8 weeks. So I'm glad you focused on speech only. Very well done. Very impressed with your solution, guys.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we definitely wanted to do more languages too, but we were like, okay, since we all kind of do understand English too, it makes it easier for us to work on the program itself.
Yeah, you can, if you can, please also drop me a note in the chat later about if you've thought on how to launch this and how you would monetize something like this. If you've thought it through, please, I would love to know. But thank you, very well done.
Thank you.
Awesome job, team. Really wonderful to see. Yeah, I can see a ton of requests in the chat for different languages. I'll put in my vote. I want to learn Croatian or Japanese, so maybe you can think about that one. All right, we will wrap it up. I really appreciate everyone attending today, all of our amazing presenters, and every single person in SPRINT22 and COLAB20, all of the hard work that you put in over the last 4 and 8 weeks. These COLAB days are always one of my favorite, but also a little bit sad because it is the end, it is a wrap up. So I just want to say, congratulations, pat yourselves on the back, take a good nap, and enjoy your weekend. I hope to see some of the Sprint folks joining us in the boot camp, and for anyone prospective joining, I hope to see you in one of our programs sometime soon as well. And yeah, congratulations to everybody for putting in all of the hard work as well. Just truly, truly amazing to see all of the presentations. And don't forget, you can see all of the product portfolios, all of the pitches on the COLAB website. And I hope everybody will be sharing them on their LinkedIn and social media as well too. So really want to push that hard work that you've all done. So congratulations, and you belong in tech. And I think we'll wrap it up here. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye. I'm going to leave it open for a second just in case there's a few people answering in the chat as well. But goodbye for everyone. Perfect. Bye, everybody. Thank you.